Welcome friends, it is I, your Scarf, and it's time for the patch notes. So we're going to look at the new god skins, then we're going to look at the new UI with the VGS, and then we're going to look at the god changes. So let's get going. Alright, time to look at the skins, and here's the first one. Poseidon! Yeah, look at this guy. When he shows up. There he is. Look at him, look at him, look at him. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's got a freaking wet noodle. That is just great. And there it is. He releases the Quacken, everybody. He releases the Quacken. You can only buy this until the game gets released. After that, it's not going to be there anymore. And then we got Chonga over here. Moonlight Love. Look at the bunny. The Jade Rabbit is now a chocolate rabbit.
Looks like you could use something sweet in your life. Why don't we go and... Hold up. Be right back. Now, where were we, baby?
That voice pack is amazing. Chonga looks good in red, though. That's nice. And then we got Digimir. They updated the graphics on his abilities. It's so awesome. Looks great. I wish I had all these skins right now. That's all I can tell you. But here it is. Bam! Look at that. Look at that wall. Look at that ice. There you go. So that is really cool looking there. So let's look at him closer now. And there's, of course, a gold chalk, by the way. But let's see here. Look at this closer. And I wish you could hear the voice packs. I really do. And there you go. Red Chonga. Looks really nice in that. And you got a freaking chocolate bunny. And that bunny is hilarious with the voice pack.
Attack that Minotaur.
Yep, they let you hear it now.
I'll attack that middle lane.
Just listen to that.
I'll defend that left lane. Go into the jungle.
Oh my god.
All right now, group up.
Wow, just listen to that voice.
Attack that right tower.
I swear he should be saying baby at the end of everything.
I'll ward to the middle.
I'll ward the middle, baby.
Enemies incoming left.
Enemies incoming left, baby.
Those enemies have returned in the middle.
I swear he should say baby at the end of everything, but that's an awesome voice pack there. Now, one that some people are going to like and some people are going to hate, though, is Poseidon. And as soon as I get over to him, there's Poseidon right over here. Poseidon, here it is, 600 for him. Also, if you buy him, they add $5 to the prize pool for the big tournament. So if you want to add to the pool there, that'll be great for him. And there's Poseidon here. He's just the goofiest, dumbest looking thing, but he's hilarious looking at the same time. And I want to release the Quacken. I wish I had this skin, but it's just amazing. Wow. And here's the voice pack. It is either annoying as hell or hilarious. Depends on who you are.
Stepping away for a moment. I will defend White Way.
There's a reason why he's got this tube here.
Defend! Defend! Be careful in the jungle.
Wow. Is it because that's in his mouth, or did Poseidon have an accident with his noggin?
Take this jungle buff. I will gank middle way.
Just wow at that. You just wow. Wow. So someone spamming this could get really annoying pretty quick, but I also find it hilarious.
Be right back. I will attack White Way.
Just wow. That is hilarious. Too hilarious. And as you can tell, they're talking about jungle buffs and warding, and we'll look at that later on. And then we also have Golden Shock. Where's Golden Shock at? Where's the Shock? See, here he is. Golden Shock, get to the Chaka! Here he is. Bam! Look at him. Damn, that's some nice definition there. Very good contrast. It just looks good. And he's still got his purple shoulder going on there, so that's nice. Very well done there. Just a good job on Shock there. Then we got the Obsidian one. There he is. Bam! Now that is a menacing looking black right there. That's a scary looking Shock. He will wreck your face. He will wreck your face. And there you go. That's all the skins. It's the voice packs. And they're just doing a great job. Aesthetically, every patch is just amazing. Let's look at the UI. Alright, check out the UI. It looks really nice, doesn't it? I'm going to show you post-hit reduction really quick here. Poseidon got it. And basically what it does is it allows you to spam everything. So you go 3, 4, 1, 2, and you can do it all in 1 second. Right here. Let's wait for Ra to do his ult. And here it comes. I just did all my abilities in 1 second there. And just look at Ra. Holy crap. So basically, a lot of gods have the ability to spam all their abilities now. And you'll see that in the god changes when I talk about it. But holy crap, Poseidon can spam everything he's got in 1 second. All you gotta do is put this circle right on them, and you can just dump everything on them, and they are in trouble. Now let's talk about the UI. In the bottom left corner, we got the chat over here, and that stays there. It doesn't disappear anymore. There's good and bad to that. The good is, of course, it's there, so you know what was said last. The bad about that is, if it was BM, That's there until you spam it out in some way, and you can use the VGS system to do that. Other change, of course, is just how pretty they made the thing. Everything looks all pretty up right there. And then over here, of course, they put your stats on the bottom right instead of bottom left, and your build and your gold are over here as well. So there you go. Those are the changes they made to the UI. They also made some targeting changes. There's now a reticle. Not a fan of it, so I turned it off pretty quick. Wrong one. Settings. I'll show you it, though. Here is the reticle. So here's an X reticle. So it goes, this is where you're going to shoot at all times. That's just to tell you there. But I got the line for that, and it just feels obtrusive to have that X around. So I took it off. And what? I keep hitting abilities. And that's it. That's it for targeting. They added that and some other things. Something nice for the ground arrow, as far as I know, because I don't remember it yesterday, is this ground arrow is shorter for melee guts. It shows you your melee range instead of the whole range. I swear that melee range was not there yesterday. But maybe it wasn't. I was just crazy. I'm going to have the targeting reticle now for your AoE stuff, because I feel like it'll be good to show viewers how I plan out my shots using this instead of just doing it without it. I feel like I don't need it, but it'll be useful to show the viewers. So there you go with that. Now to show off something very important, that is the new VGS commands. These are really nice here. And basically the trees are VQ and VBJ. VBJ is the jungling stuff. So VBJ1,
Enemies in the left jungle.
VBJ3,
Enemies in the right jungle.
and VBJ J.
Enemies in the jungle.
So there's some jungle information there. Another nice thing about that is there's also about ultimates. VBA,
Enemy ultimate incoming.
VBD.
Enemy ultimate down.
The only problem with this, of course, is you don't know which enemy's ultimate is down if you're not at the fight. You can only assume. And then there's some new ones like this one. I really like this. VRJ.
Retreat from the jungle.
Nice. And then there's VRS.
Save yourself.
That is very helpful when someone puts themselves out of position and puts themselves in a bad spot and a teammate tries to save them. And they probably shouldn't because it'll end in a double kill. So it's good to have that command there. And then there are ones like this. VVP.
Please.
Please. That is interesting there. I think it'll be more trollish used, but it's nice to have a please. Now this is the one I really like. VVGF.
Have fun.
Have fun. There you go. So that's nice there. Have fun. And then there's another one like this one. VVVW.
Place a ward for teleport.
That is nice to have for teleportation. That is really nice to have there. And then there's VVVX.
Spread out.
That's in case of some big team fight thing going on. Like an ult you don't want to get hit with. Then there is also, of course, a VVVP.
Split push.
Basically, that's for Apollo. And then there's the warding. So VQ leads the warding. VQQ.
Here.
VQ1, VQ2, VQ3, such and such. So that's really nice there. But there's also warding camp. So VQF.
Ward the fire giant.
VQG.
Ward the gold fury.
So that's nice. And there's also buffs, saying you want the buffs. So VSBB.
I'm going for jungle buff.
But there's also VSBN
I need the jungle buff.
and VSBT.
Take this jungle buff.
So that's nice there to have that. And then, of course, VS if you're going to do something yourself. So VSQ1,
Ward left.
VSQ2,
I will
and stuff
ward
like
middle.
that. So that's nice to have as well. And there's also attack tower. So VAT1, oops, VAT1,
Attack left tower.
VAT3,
Attack right
stuff like
tower.
that. And I believe they said it'll change the phoenixes if it's the phoenixes that are alive. So that's useful there. And they still haven't changed
Attack the
Titan yet.
Minotaur.
And they've added 2 commands for Arena specifically. So there's VDM and VAM, which is for defend the portal and attack the minions. So that's very nice to have there. And that's just great, all those things. One quick note about Arena. The Manticore is gone again, so hashtag remember the Manticore. So sad about that. He was only here for so long. And now it's a payload or something now. And we'll see that in the future. But I am so sad Manticore's already gone. Now let's get going to check out all the god changes with post-hit delay and so on. 3 quick things to show you before we get to the items. I mean, before we get to the gods. I need to show you the wars, but here we go. Look at this. Here's Bastet spam. There you go. There's her spam. She still has a bit of a delay on actually throwing out that 3 because that's just the way the animation is. But you can now do all her abilities a lot quicker. So it's nice for her for that. Just spam your stuff out, beat them down, and then get the hell out of there if you need to. But what they've done is they've given us new looking wards. So I gotta buy 1 of each once I get on the shop. And check these out. So here is the vision ward. I mean the regular ward. There it is. Little pyramid looking thing. And then here is the ward that can see other wards. It is an orb. Pretty cool looking thing, eh? So you go, they're no longer just little boards on the ground. They are a pyramid and a sphere. Or orb, whichever you want to put it. Now let's look at the gods. One more feature. Check this out over here. You can see how long your teammates or friends have been in matches, so you can know when they might come out, so you can party up with them. That's pretty cool there. Alright, so 25 gods have been given post-hit delay reduction this patch. What it does is it allows you to use your abilities quicker. Like Amazon Cobb has 0.1 on Swarm and Stinger now, and 0.1 on his Hive, which means he can just dump his abilities quicker and get back to basic attacking you. And there's going to be a list of 25 gods on the screen so you can see who has it. And what does this do for each one? So for hunters, assassins, and warriors, basically all physicals. What it does is it allows you to dump your abilities and get back to basic and attack someone to death. Basically that's what it does. You're able to combo your stuff quicker. And that's nice. In general, everyone's able to combo their stuff quicker. But for the physical gods, you're able to do your stuff and then go back to physically attacking somebody with your basic attack. Mages are able to dump their abilities quickly, like show with Poseidon. And guardians are able to control an opponent quicker and hold them down longer depending on what they're doing. So that's what it's done in general, and I can give you some examples. Anhur is able to do his Shifting Sands plus Impale combo quicker. It's not in the notes, but people have said it is quicker. So Anhur is able to just stun you faster. That's what he's able to do. He's able to do a Shifting Sands plus Impale and stun you a lot faster. Artemis is able to do the same thing with her combo. She can put out the Caledonian Boar, and then the boar is on you. Then she sticks a Transgressor's Fate under you, and then drops the Suppress the Insolent, and then goes to Vengeful Assault to basic attack you to death. All in the same breath. In 1 second, she can dump all this stuff on you, and then get the town on you if she can aim it quick enough. So that's really nice for her. And I showed you Bastet when she's able to dump it down on an opponent. Hades has the same thing. He can do Death from Below, and because of reduction on Devouring Souls and Shroud of Darkness, he's able to do Devouring Souls and then Shroud of Darkness you, and then do whatever else he wants after that point. Now, assume when I say the reduction that it's 0.1 seconds, everything's been reduced to 0.1 seconds. Certain ones have 0.3 seconds on them, though. And it's mostly ultimates, though. Like Poseidon, for him it's 0.1 seconds Tidal Surge, 0.1 seconds Trident, 0.3 seconds on Whirlpool, and 0.3 seconds on Release the Kraken. So he's able to do all of his abilities in 1 second like I showed you. And that's just... gods are just able to do their stuff quicker. Isis is able to do her Dispel Magic and Stun Ball combo quicker. Neith is able to do a lot of her abilities faster. Thanatos, I'll talk about him last. Now, Ymir, he's able to do a very interesting combo. You could do it, but it was harder to do back before the patch. You would go Frost Breath, Glacial Strike, and Passive Attack with your basic attack, because you do double damage with your basic attack using the passives. Which is when someone gets hit with ability, after you hit them, he does double basic attack damage. Sometimes people will try to do is Frost Breath, Basic Attack, Glacial Strike, Basic Attack for maximum damage, which is doable but hard to do, because if you take too long, your opponents might not get hit by the Glacial Strike or even the Basic Attack. But because 0.1 seconds are on Frost Breath, Glacial Strike, and Ice Wall, you can now Frost Breath, Basic Attack, Glacial Strike, Basic Attack, no problem. No problem at all. You will land it all. Guaranteed. But because there's 0.1 seconds on Ice Wall, Glacial Strike, and Frost Breath, you can just dump everything. You can go Frost Breath, Glacial Strike, Ice Wall, and then do your ult on them. And because the Ice Wall's in the way, if they don't have a leap or a dash, they are going to get hurt really bad. That's what's happened there. Now Thanatos I saved for last because this has made him broken. Thanatos had 0.8 seconds on his Death Scythe, and 0.5 seconds or 0.6 seconds on his Soul Reap. Double check, it's 0.5 seconds. So now, he's able to do Soul Reap and Death Scythe in 0.1 seconds each, so he's able to, in half a second, hit you with Soul Reap and Death Scythe. That's what he's able to do. And what does this mean? Well, that was his bread and butter. He throws a Death Scythe at you if he's at range, and then silences you with the Soul Reap because you're slowed down by the Death Scythe, and then he beats you to death with Basic Attack. Or, if he's close to you, he Soul Reaps, then Death Scythes you, because they're silenced, and now you're really slowed, and then you get beaten to death with his Basic Attack. Because he can do those now in half a second, he's able to Basic Attack you sooner, and beat you to death a lot quicker. By 1 or 2 Basic Attacks, which is more than enough to ensure death. That's more than enough to just kill you. You were able to maybe survive and get away, because he can only do 1 or 2 Basic Attacks after he did his bread and butter combo. Now he's able to do them already, so if you're lucky, you'll have 1 hit till you die, or you're already dead. Basically, that's what it's done for Thanatos. So right now, Thanatos is king of jungle. He really is, and holy crap at that. Let's look at the buffs and the nerfs. Odin got buffed. He got plus 15 movement speed to his ultimate, which is nice for him because people could get away from him even in his ultimate unless a team comp was able to take advantage of that. Then Hercules got buffed in a way I don't understand. His Earthbreaker. It was 5 feet wide. Now it's 7 feet wide. They added 2 feet to it, so it's got more girth. Ladies, Hercules got more girth. But also, they made it when he pulls you back, you fly 2 feet farther behind Hercules. Which means his driving strike is going to be harder to land. But I don't think it's a good one for that because it's all about the pull. Not the push after, but the pull. The fact he's able to pull you so far with such a bigger size has just made Herc even better, and he didn't need it because Herc was already strong. I love Herc. He's a strong god. He did not need that. On the other side, though, Hebo got nerfed a little too harshly, and here's what. Hebo only has Water Spout, which does a pop-up in CC with a slow, and then he has kind of a slow with his Atlas of the Yellow River. That's all he's got for CC. He's a power god. He's all about the glass cannon. He hits you hard, he gets hit hard. But they nerfed 10% off of his water cannon, which is alright. But they also took away 3% off his passive per stack. So he lost 9% of his magical power. He lost basically, if you want to add it up, 10%. He lost 1/10 of his power. That hurts a lot for a god who's all about power. That really is not good. Maybe they should have taken away 1% or 2%. But 3% too much, because that becomes 9%. And that's really bad for him. So not the biggest fan of that. I hate getting killed by Hebo, but I feel like that's too strong. Guan Yu, reduction to Talu Assault, which this one I agree with. It is now 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 buff debuff when he hits people with Talu Assault. It used to be 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The reason why I agree with this is because Guan Yu, without being tanky, could handle multiple targets and tie them up for a long time. Guan Yu was really capable of doing that, and it was just ridiculous how he could do that. So I feel like he needed that to get nerfed a little bit, and he did. He's still going to be able to do it, but not as strongly. And I think that's fine. Cupid got nerfed, which is weird to me. Cupid lost 1% off his passive, which means he lost 10% power overall because of 10 stacks. He also lost 10% off his Heart Bomb. But he did gain 0.1 second delay reduction. I mean, he has 0.1 second delay reduction on Fields of Love and Heart Bomb from 0.5. So he's able to do things a little bit quicker. But it's weird that you balance him, but you don't bounce Thanatos with that. But so Cupid's able to just hurt you a good amount and do things quicker. But Cupid ain't that strong. Cupid is in the middle of the pack with ADCs, and I feel this will put him lower, not higher. The reduction is going to be nice, but the power reduction is going to hurt him a little bit. And I think he's just going to be where he is or a little bit lower. He's just in the middle pack. He's not the top of it. He's at the middle of it, but he got nerfed anyway. And now here's Arachne's nerf. I calmed down. I was really mad about this when I saw what they did because it's awful. And I'm still very disappointed in it. I've calmed down about it, though, so I don't rant about it, but it's still not great. Drain Life has been nerfed. It now only lasts, depending on your level 2, 2.25, 2.5, 2.27, 2.75, or 3 seconds. This is a significant nerf to her Drain Life. She doesn't do as much anymore with it, and that hurts a lot to her early game. And her overall game, really. Later on, of course, it's back to where it was, but ouch. Ouch to her early to mid game because of this. This is where it really hurts, though. It's Poison Claws. And there's going to be a lot of numbers on the screen here. I'll explain one thing. So, before she got sorta buffed, she had flat 8 plus 15% physical power contribution. That's what she had. That's what she's had for a long time. Then they nerfed her early game, but gave her a stronger mid to late game by making it 5 plus 20% physical power. And the math here is, at 60 physical power, she was equal in power to what she used to be at 60 physical power. That's what happens. At 60 physical power, she's equal to what she used to be. So any more physical power after that point, Arachne was stronger. So by the second item, Arachne was as strong as she used to be, and she can go stronger than that. So from that point on, she has a strong mid to late game. The new one, 4 plus 16% physical power, as you'll see by the numbers, as we did in increments of 30 physical power to just keep in line with that, it never, ever gets beyond her old one from 2 weeks ago until you get beyond 300 physical power. So Arachne has been significantly nerfed across the board. Arachne's early game has been nerfed, her non-existent mid and late game has been nerfed. That's what's happened to Arachne. So that sucks, because last week I had hope. Because She had a stronger mid to late game now. This is good. She'll be more effective. But now she's been nerfed across the board. Her non-existent mid and late game are back, and her early game has been nerfed. So Arachne is a lot worse than she was before. She's still playable. You have to play a lot sharper to do well with her. She can still pub stomp because pub stomping isn't hard to do with her. But in higher level play, Arachne has fallen off ridiculously by a lot, and I am beyond very unhappy with that. But I'm trying not to rage or rant about it because we don't need that. I'm just very disappointed. I really am. That really sucks. And overall, how I feel about the patch. I like the aesthetics. It's very nice. It's very pretty. Not the biggest fan of the chat box. Things feel a little cluttered, but overall, nice skins, nice voice pack. Game is great looking. Balancing, I am not happy with. Being able to spray and pray, dump all your abilities, face roll, finger roll, whatever you want to call it, being able to do that, I am not liking it because it's just too much. You're set and done. You're just done. If someone runs into a bad position, they're just dead. That's it. They don't have any way to fight back. Fights are just going to be shorter, not longer. And I don't like that. I want to see prolonged fight. I want to see more interesting fights. We're just going to see people just get spammed and dead. Over and over and over again. And that's just too bad. It's going to become a positioning war, not a battle. And that's too bad. But that is the patch. Not happy about it, unfortunately. But that's how it is. Got to adapt to it. And we'll see what happens next week when Nemesis gets here. Coming up will be another match. I don't know who we're going to play with yet. But that'll be up in the next video later on tonight. And that's the patch. I had fun. Hope you've been watching. And that's what's up, bad is that having fun. Thanks for coming by and see you next time.